Hi guys, my name is Carmena and I will help you today with your business plan. I'm going to work with you on your marketing analysis. Maybe you know me, maybe you don't know me. I am one of the DCBN directors. I am also events coordinator for DCBN and I run private clinic Oxfordshire since 2010. What you will need today is your template, the business plan template. This is one of the 10 documents that we are giving away free during this coronavirus crisis. DCBN is not charging any membership fees at the moment. We took that decision. It's really hard time for all of us, but we thought it's really good opportunity as well because we can sit down and work on our businesses, and we want to help other clinic businesses achieve more once this whole thing is gone and forgotten. So you will need today your business plan, and I hope you have it in front of you. Again, this could be downloaded from the website. If you're not a member yet, please join. It's free at the moment. There are no fees or anything, and we will give away 10 documents. Right, so we are on page number 4, which is the marketing analysis. To start doing that, up so far, if you're on page number 4 of your business plan, you definitely know what your plan is, if you're going to work solo or with staff. Say for example, you're going to work with staff, you will employ people to do the cleans for you and you will manage the team. It makes a huge difference on your ideal customer. If you have staff, it's a much wider, the choice is endless. You can choose to work on area, you can cover much wider area, you can work on end of tenancy cleans, so you can work with letting agents, you can do commercial cleans, not just domestic cleans, but that's again part of the planning to decide what services you're going to offer. So choosing your ideal customer, the first part of the analysis. Say for example, your ideal customers are mid-aged, busy families with young children, full-time working. They don't have time to do any cleaning. They're really busy and they are crying for help. Perfect. The next question here is where these people will look for your services, because this will give you the answer where you're going to find your clients. If it's families, maybe Facebook will do, or recommendations, definitely that always works. It doesn't matter what the client is, but Facebook is quite good for families. Website, work on your website, then perhaps pay for Google Ads. If you're gonna target the retired clients, maybe a website or Google Ads won't work that well. In that case, you want to advertise in local newsletters or local shops. If you're gonna look for commercial work, if you want your cleaners or yourself to clean offices, then why not trying flyers? Drop the flyers in the offices. Make sure you drop it early mornings before the office manager comes in, not late in the evenings when the cleaners are in cleaning the offices. So to answer question number 2 and 3, you need to know what's the answer on question number 1. Right, the next bit is the competitive list that you need to work on. I would suggest sit down and make a list, say with 10 competitors. Make probably a spreadsheet, and on that spreadsheet put their names, put the way they are operating, put the information, how did you find them, how they are advertising. It's important to know because this is the way that your clients will find them. What do they offer? Do they offer just one service, or do they offer 10 services? Do they do only domestics or commercials or carpets or whatever? And then the final bit, on your spreadsheet what do they charge. Why is that important? Because if you have molly mates in your area, for example, that they're charging £18 per hour plus VAT, then why would you charge 12? It means your clients, the clients in your area, are prepared to pay more for a decent service. Are you then prepared to offer that service? And why on cheap prices? Um, Make that list, make that spreadsheet. It will give you the pattern, how the local cleaning companies are working around you, how they're operating. Do they send solo cleaners? Do they send the cleaners in teams? Where they're advertising, because you want to advertise there too. What do they offer? If everybody is offering ironing services, do they have holiday lets around that needs the laundry and the ironing? Would you offer that? And you will see the pattern of the prices, what they're charging around you, because you don't want to sell it cheap. You want to be somewhere in that area. That will give you an idea later what your price is. And I strongly recommend you watch next week the videos, because our lovely Louise will make a video on her. So she created something amazing. She created a list to help even self-employed cleaners work out what they need to charge. You will be able to see the formula and everything, what you need to calculate in your prices to find out what is actually your price. You don't want to undercharge. You don't want to sell yourself too cheap, because as we just saw it comes something major like the lockdown, and we need the money. Okay, next bit is the SWOT analysis. I strongly believe SWOT is one of your best tools in your cleaning business, and I would recommend you sit down and do that every 3 months or every 6 months. But it's an eye-opener, even for someone like me who's been running for 10 years. The SWOT analysis is an eye-opener every time. We quite tend to sit down and think about only the weaknesses and the threats in our businesses. Like now, oh my god, no, the telephone is not ringing, we don't clean, there are no money coming into. But then the opportunities are endless. Sit down, work on your business, make this business plan, think about how you're going to come back bigger and better. It's again really important to know what the strengths and the opportunities are for the next part of the business plan, when you need to sit down and explain what is your unique selling point, the USP of your business. But if you don't know your strength and your opportunities, it will be hard for you to understand that. Which send us to the next page, the unique selling proposition. What makes you stand out from the competitor? If you've done the previous page, you know who's your ideal client. Once you know who's your ideal client, and once you know your strengths, opportunities, you have a more realistic expectations. Not expectations, that's not the right word, but you will have a clearer picture of what your client is expecting and what you can offer, and if that covers the client's expectations. Maybe you live in a very maybe you live in a big town with lots of offices, lots of places where they produce different things. It means the commercial side will be quite strong. And what you're going to offer to your commercial clients, will you be able to offer them the flexibility? So for example, if it's the school holidays, you still have cleaners to cover those that are off during school holidays. Will you be able to offer this flexibility, or will you prefer to if for example, on the previous page, you decided that you want to work on a location and you offer cleaning services, say 10 miles around you, then what's the unique thing that will make you stand out from the competitor? Is it the experience that you have? Is it the name that you made, the brand? Is it maybe, oh, I'll give you an example. Where I live, there are literally no buses, so what I can offer, we have companies cars and we're pretty flexible. We don't care about the buses. The cleaners don't depend on public traffic. Again, it's really wide. I can't cover it because the USP will depend on what you put in your business plan in the previous pages. The next thing we need to talk about is your services and pricing. So you at here, you need to list what services you're going to offer to your clients. Will you work weekly, fortnightly? Will you take clients on 4 weekly cleans, or the ad hoc, the one-offs? Why it's important? It's important for the planning and the stuff you will need to cover these cleans. Weekly and fortnightly, it's quite secure. You know, every week cleaner A has that many cleans, and you can work on it with a fortnightly. But why not offering 4 weekly cleans? Why you don't offer the one-off cleans? For example, Mrs. Sims is going on a holiday, which leaves a 3 hours gap for cleaner A. How are you going to fulfill that gap to make sure you don't pay out of your pocket and the cleaner is paid the hours that's written on your contract? Minimum hours per visit. Again, on the previous page, we said, are you going to work solo or with staff? If you're solo, are you a driver? What is the point having a minimum of 2 hours clean, say 2 hours, but you have to travel 30 minutes to reach that client? In total, you've spent 3 hours. Do you want to do that, or perhaps have 3 hours as minimum, so you can still pay for the travel time for your cleaners? Again, if you're solo, it's easy to decide, but if you have staff, it's completely different numbers. So up to here, you need to sit down and put that to have it in front of you. One-off cleans, I find it brilliant. I do have, we take a lot of one-off cleans, end of tenancy cleans. It's great to fulfill any gaps. The odd Mrs. Sims that it's painting or they're decorating the hall this week and they need the clean next week. Well, I would like to make money on this 2 or 3 hours. So yeah, I will take a one-off clean, but then there is a risk with the one-off cleans because you don't know, maybe you take a client you don't know that much, how you're going to sort out the payment. I would advise take the payment up front. With the end of tenancy cleans, can you see the property before you clean it? Because you don't know what you will end up. Maybe you've got a 3 hour gap, but you can't take a whole end of tenancy because it's going to take a much longer. So you need to sit down and describe that. It could be more headache for you. Maybe you would prefer to do only the regular jobs, the clients that you know very well, they know you, and there is no risk, but there is no extra money too. Ironing services, again, I love ironing. I love it to bits. Up to 3 years ago, I did all the ironing for our clients. 3 years ago, we invested into proper equipment, and now I've got girls that do that for me. I still love ironing. It's extra money. You can do it as, you know, some cleaners can do it as part-time or as extra hours on top of their hours. It's up to you to decide, but the opportunity is there. Again, I'll refer to the SWOT analysis. Are you going to price it per job or per hour? Here, to take the right decision for you, I would recommend go on DCBN Facebook group and search what we've been discussing there so far. There is no right answer here, and you need to take the decision just for yourself. Hourly rate, still a lot of clients, even if you give the price per job, a lot of clients will calculate it in per hour. I know per hour you might be able to make a bigger net profit. Sorry, per job. If you charge per job, you can make a bigger profit. But that depends on your experience. I cannot recommend anything here, but I would say go and read in the group what's been discussed so far. You will get a lot of you will read a lot of experience there from our members. How much per hour for each service or per job? Again, it's hard to decide. That will depend on your competitor list, the experience you have so far, or just the knowledge that you have put it right there. It's important to know that, because then on the next video we'll discuss the financials, and if you don't have this set up properly, you will struggle to make the financial plans. And guys, remember, progress is more important than perfection. So whatever you're going to put on your business plan, make sure you follow it and you sit down every 2 months, 3 months, or 6 months and review it again. It doesn't have to be perfect, but if you work on it, it will become perfect. And I'll see you tomorrow with our next video. Bye bye.